to the MOOCs learning video. In this video, we will talk about Musyawarah Mufakat or deliberation and consensus. What do you think when you see this video? In Indonesia, we call it as Musyawarah Mufakat or deliberation and consensus. Musyawarah and Mufakat grow out of a cooperative spirit that underlies the village sense of community in most Indonesian cultures. An important manifestation of the gotong royong ethos in most Indonesian village communities is the institution of musyawarah.
The concept involves the process that develop general agreement and consensus in village assemblies, which emerge as the unanimous decision or mufakat. This unanimous decision can be reached by a process in which the majority and minorities approach each other by making the necessary readjustment in their respective viewpoints, or by an integration of the contrasting standpoints into a new conceptual synthesis.
Musyawarah and mufakat thus exclude the possibility that the majority will impose its view on the minorities. However, outsiders cannot necessarily observe a consensus-building process in a village meeting. Therefore, it often appears as if it were the head of the village who determined everything in an authoritarian manner, while all other members of the village community act only to approve his decision as yes men.
In reality, intensive lobbying is conducted behind the scenes to find an agreeable point between those who propose and oppose. Therefore, the official meeting to vote for a final decision is only ceremonial after all the behind-the-scene maneuvers were completed. The reason why such a system of conducting meetings is employed in rural communities lies in a corresponding element in the attitudes of the Japanese, which is to avoid at all costs controversy in public.
Then, is Musyawarah Mufakat an outdated decision-making rule of democratic Indonesia? Is it inappropriate under democracy since it suppresses the rising of opposing opinions? Will it disappear as democracy as consolidated in Indonesia? We will argue here that Musyawarah Mufakat can function to consolidate Indonesia democracy in the way that it functions to integrate plural societies.
In democratic settings, Musyawarah Mufakat can be conceptualized as giving all the players concerned a veto power. In particular, it provides both majority and minorities with an equal veto power, so that minorities can prevent majorities from violating the former's right and interest unilaterally.
When minorities face a situation where their critical rights and interests are at risk, they will even resort to extra-constitutional or undemocratic action, such as a coup d'etat, in order to protect their rights and interests. Creating many veto points can secure credible commitment by all the players to democracy. Even if the one side transgresses the other rights and interests unilaterally, the latter can veto such action, and the status quo is restored. As long as any single veto player doesn't agree to change, the status quo is always chosen. Thus, many veto players affect the stability of policies, the government, and the political regime. While veto points create political stability, they also affect policy efficiency. The more veto players there are, the more difficult it is to attain agreement among the actors, and the less efficient the policy responds to changing environment. In fact, policy inefficiency can be observed in Indonesian legislation. Finally, thank you very much for watching this video, and bye-bye.